Forgot to turn the sound on, but what I was saying was bow 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 bow. Dire Knicks, Dire Ebru is here. What's good, y'all? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's gonna be coming into the chat. Shout out to Tom Thibodeau. So, all last season is supposed to be a clean slate and stuff like that. So all last off season in the summertime, even during the season, I created this little picture here where I've been digging at Tom Thibodeau constantly, man. So it's a clean slate. So I'm almost ready to get rid of this off of my system here. That way I won't keep going to it. But it's very important to give credit due when it is, man. Because I gave it to Mitch Robinson, well deserved. It definitely improved the things that I needed him to improve. Just for his position that I wanted in my heart for him to improve. Not just for myself, and not for him per se, but just for the team. So it's also going to help his career as well. Also to somebody pointed out, I believe it was Cully. I pointed out that he was out there talking too, talking and directing traffic, Mitch Robinson. But one thing that I want to say about coaching, when it comes to coaching, you have to coach the entire group. You cannot just coach the starting five. You cannot just coach your rotation. So too much emphasis is made with who's wearing the blue shirt, the blue jersey, and practice and that type of thing. At this point in time, everybody knows who the starters are going to be. Whether you like it or not. The big I want to say superpower that this team has is not on the top five. It's not the rotation. It's the fact that we have 15, I want to say 17, maybe even 18 people that's been playing with us, in this preseason that are really good basketball players, man. So right here on the side of the screen here, like Tom Thibodeau always says too, oh, I watch the games. I watch the games. Listen, man, Knicks fans watch the games all day long too. I was out doing stuff with the family, and I've been watching Knicks. MSG Go all day, back and forth. Every time they had the replay coming on, I pause the replay on my phone, and I'm trying to keep going back and forth to certain things because, since the Knicks are playing, that's the only thing I want to watch. I can't watch anything else. Shout out to Marvel stuff. Because I will watch that. I do have that Marvel channel too, so I'm still trying to get stuff out for that as well. So I'm constantly thinking now in two of my two vices, which is fantasy, Marvel, and then my diehard Knicks stuff, man. So it's amazing what we're seeing here. But what's more than that is the bottom guys, man. So I started the tape here at the 7-minute mark. So if you guys will have me, I'm gonna do some play-by-play a little bit with these bottom guys here, just to give them thing because the point I'm trying to get at here is that Tom Thibodeau has everybody ready. Not just the top five, not just the rotation. Everybody's ready. And what impressed me the most is watching these bottom guys here continue to play so cohesively, and as a unit. And a lot of people was making out to, oh, they didn't have their starters. See, too much of that, oh, they didn't have their starters and the other, too much of that, like it's really like what you want to say, cliche stuff, like stuff that people just say, but you're just saying it, but you're not watching the games like Tom Thibodeau says. So I mean, whoever we put out there, shout out to Greg Popovich, whoever coach out there, they play the team style of basketball. No matter who I put in there, they should be able to function with whoever's on the court because that's how I'm coaching, and that's how Greg Popovich did. How many times did Greg Popovich take the starters out, or take key players out of the rotation and just had the bench guys out there and still beat teams? How many? And that's the regular season. How many times did Popovich do that? Give guys breaks where they almost gave them fines for doing that. Straight up benching the entire starting lineup and still beat you. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's my dream to get to that point. Shout out to Red Holtzman. Red Holtzman didn't do that, but Red Holtzman he coached his Knicks to the point where everybody was ready when they came in there. So when everybody's ready to that point, that means that good things are happening, and we can start talking a little bit over our heads if we want to. I know this is only preseason game number 2, but excuse me, I'm from New York. This is a Die Hard Knicks podcast, and if you don't want to talk over the head, and if you don't want to be over dramatic and all this other stuff, then you are in the wrong place, man. So shout out to everybody here. I see is Kevin in here, Mr. Kevin Taylor with the super comments, man. Thank you for getting at me in the comments. I appreciate you, man. Salute to Shop Powers. See Shaw's there. You got Comega. Omega's been popping up in here. Low Snicks, man. Listen, that $10 thing, I did screw you on that, man. So, I think I owe you a little something we'll figure it out, man. But I did because when I said that anything after that the I think done, you had just put it in right as I typed done. You went right above there. So I do acknowledge that, Los Knicks, man. So I got to make that up to you, man. So preseason champs, yeah, I got you. But like I said, I'm gonna see if I can try to make that up to you because I should have put you in the drawing that I had earlier when I said the bad word that I'll try my best not to ever say again. So anyway, let's get into the show. Thank you everybody for popping in here. Let's get into the show. Hopefully they'll let me cue this up still. Uh, You fucking ass. Cursing of the day, it's gonna be going towards MSG Go here. I tried to queue it up, but they're not gonna let me do it. So anyway, I don't necessarily need the footage. The footage is more just for you guys to look at. So this is the Rangers. The Rangers are actually playing right now. So let's get the Rangers up out of here. You guys screwed up my thing here, Mr. MSG Go and stuff. So anyway, let's get into just the players here themselves. Starting with let's say those guys that were out there. It was Deuce McBride, it was Fee, Jericho Sims, Ryan Archinato, and Obi Toppin. Shout out to Obi Toppin. He had a good game and stuff like that. But even though the starters were out and he was still there, it was still functioning. They were still looking for him to outlet. Archinato. I mean Ryan Archinato. I think he's the big surprise at the end of the bench too because the way that he's playing as if that if we called on him, he could be a rotational guy. I'm not talking about somebody that's gonna take guys out. But let's say if we have problems with injuries and that type of thing, a guy like Archinato, you can stick him in there. If let's say if Rose is hurt, and let's say if IQ is hurt, you can stick Deuce in there. But yeah, I would also take a look at Ryan Archinato as well because just based off of what he did in these games here, he was able to he's able to run the offense. He's able to get to the basket anytime he wants to. Rather than IQ, every time he gets a pick, he never hits the pick. He always fakes the pick and goes to the opposite side. Ryan always eats the pick and goes straight down the lane the way he's supposed to, and he always seems to make the right play and stuff like that. Shout out to Jericho Sims. I admire his play. We're talking about securing our space in the paint and stuff like that. So Mitch Robinson is doing a great job of that. Hartenstein is coming into this team, being kind of like a hack kind of. He's coming in there and he's just hitting guys, which I love, because that's his job as a bench player. You're supposed to come in there and hurt people when you come in there, not necessarily physically hurting people, but just you have to lean on guys, push guys for no reason, box guys out for no reason, and just like move guys around for no reason, other than just to hurt people out there. Like once they play the Knicks, I want people to be like, okay, we got to deal with Mitchell Robinson because now this guy knows how to play. He's doing the little things now, and now we got this other guy, veteran guy, like name what's the name iHeart over here that's going to be doing all that dirty work. So you're never going to get a break. On top of that, Jericho Sims is probably more athletic than Mitch. You know what I'm saying? And he's just as much of a hacker as iHeart is, Isaiah Hardenstein. He's just as much of a hack as he is, but he might have a little bit of a post game. He might have a little bit of more of an instinct to score and stuff. And he's absolutely out of his fucking mind. There's something wrong with that kid, man. He's something off with him. But I thank God that he's playing basketball and he's not like just walking the streets, not doing anything. You know what I'm trying to say? So thank God for Jericho Sims and what he's playing. Another guy that I want to highlight too is Mr. Sri Malika. I will never get his name correct, even though I admire him. I did a whole pod on him just talking about how good I think he is. So I mean, that's the wrong guy. So if you look at his stats don't tell the whole story, man. One thing about Svi, when you look at him, is that he's 6'7". He has a short wingspan. I think his wingspan is like 6'5". And look at his 3-point percentage is not really good. 30% last year, 35% for his career, 39% from the field, 78% from the free throw line. Those are decent stats, but those in between stats that everyone looks at, the keys on when they compare players, all these stats are not really that good. 6 points per game, one rebound, one assist. But if you also look at his European highlights, there's one mixtape out there where he's going crazy in that mixtape, you gotta give like you can your eyes are not deceiving you. You know what I'm saying? The guy is a really good basketball player. They call it, they jokingly call him like the LeBron of the Ukraine because he is from the Ukraine. There's a lot of conflict and stuff going on over there. But he's actually a really good basketball player. You saw it in his minutes. I wish I was able to play it for you, but his feet and nobody cut no mixtapes for him or nothing like that. So maybe I need to start doing that. But anyway, Svi was able to dribble one thing, very very decisive dribbles and stuff. Able to get to spots where he was trying to go within the offense. When he got his opportunity to shoot, he did not hesitate. He looked hungry out there. So somebody like that, that he's playing hard in practice, especially against guys like Farron Hunt, who's one guy against other guys like what you want to say like Cam Reddish and stuff. Which I'll talk about Cam Reddish right now for a second. Cam Reddish, for the last game, he had against the Pacers, he had 22 minutes, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 for 7 for the field, 0 for 2 from three, 2 steals. But he was a plus 15. He was a plus 15 because he was a big part of the Knicks winning. But by the simple fact, running the offense properly, going to the spots where he's supposed to go, cutting hard, playing defense hard. He got a lot of deflections. It was intimidating to a lot of ball handlers to make them give the ball up. So he's very important to be on the team. I'm talking about uh, Mr. Yeah, sorry about that. I clicked the wrong thing. So when it comes to Cam Reddish, is he going to be the scorer that everybody wants him to be? Or is he just going to be a role player? At this point now, I don't think there's anything that he can do at this point. Even if he does have a good game, let's say in game three or something like that, or if he has a good game in a game four, I don't think there's anything that he could do that's going to make me say that okay, listen, Cam Reddish, he should be the starter. Like outside of him scoring like 30 points in the preseason or something like that, or really having like a crazy breakout game, quote unquote. I mean, at this point, what Cam Reddish is. I appreciate you, little sticks, man. Yeah, man, I clicked the wrong thing. Like I said, I got a little frazzled with that. And not for nothing, man. Today was a long fucking day. And like I said, I had to get this thought out of my mom before the night's over. And tomorrow, today actually, a lot of you guys was out there at 120. Excuse me, at one. What's that? Rucker Park. This 150 something street up there at the Polo Grounds. So I wasn't able to do that because I'm out doing stuff with my family. So I mean, my wife is like, listen, man, you can't go to everything. Listen, you gotta remember who that you got a freaking family and stuff to attend to. Which I agree to. She does give me a lot of leeway with this Nick stuff. She does give me a lot of leeway, so I'm able to spend a lot of time with you guys. But sometimes I do have to make those choices, man. So for a lot of people, they like to make fun of guys. Oh, like you're out of shape. You took on the shit, but you don't even play basketball, that type of thing. But when it comes to things that you want, you have to make decisions on what you want. Of what you can do. So I make the decision to do these podcasts because I love it, man. This is like something that I always wanted to do, and I probably should have been doing this stuff long time ago, man. So, this is very, very important thing, man. But I have some things that I have planned to organize a little bit to just to give more time to everything that I want to do because I gotta be greedy. Sleep is for the weary. Sleep is for the weary, and sleep is for the dead. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really gonna keep trying to stack the deck. As far as the 24-hour period, and just keep getting more stuff out of there, man. Yeah, I mean, I do wear the pants in the family. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a vagina to keep it 100%. I don't have a vagina. You know what I'm saying? So whoever has the vagina runs the household, man. You know what I'm trying to say? So whatever that is, whether it be whatever kind of vagina you have, a man vagina or a woman vagina, whatever you got, whoever has that, that's the person that runs the household, man. So I gotta give props to my wife. She holds it down a lot, man. But you got to find time for things that you love, man. So, Trevor Keels is not good yet. So a lot of people saying they were happy to see Trevor Keels, but some of the people that are saying they're happy to see Trevor Keels, they're coming from a place like Tom Thibodeau's not playing him. Trevor Keels don't deserve to be on the basketball court right now. The dude, he looked like he lost some weight, which he did. But he's still not in NBA basketball shape, which is atrocious, man. Like I was talking with on the other in the pod with I am Jarrell, where I was saying that he looks like Roddy. What's it? Roddy? Is it Roddy Rich's name? Brooklyn rapper. I'm not good with these guys' names though. Even though I do like that dude, he's actually a good basketball player within himself, but he's out of shape as well. But I mean, he plays better than Trevor Keels. I know that. You know what I'm trying to say? So I mean, Trevor Kills is not ready. He's not even worth talking about. Like I said, Archinado, this guy, Jalen Harris is really good. He only played 3 minutes last night, but you could tell, that he's a little bit frustrated. But Tom Thibodeau is at least giving him the benefit of the doubt, giving him a little bit of time. One thing they need to do is find him another pair of shorts because his shorts look like compression shorts out there, and he's constantly tugging at his Johnson and pulling the wedgies out. And he's only playing 3 minutes. You know what I'm trying to say? So they need to remember to wash his jersey properly and get him a proper jersey, man. Because I know he's not probably not going to make the team, but they can't keep disrespecting my brother like that. Another guy, Jaquan Jeffries, is actually hurt, I believe. So that's the reason why the Knicks are still keeping him with the team. He's actually a really good player too. Cerebral player, somebody that I've been from people that I see people talking about him, saying that he's actually really good. Helping to coach out there, even though he can't play sometimes. Whatever he's able to relay message, he's being a good teammate out there, even though he's not going to get an opportunity. So props to them, man. So after saying all this stuff, man, sorry for popping out the pod. You guys are still here with me. Uh, one guy that I'm circling is Mr. Quentin Grimes, man. So after all of this, where does Quentin Grimes fit? Because like this game here with the Pacers, because we already played we played two teams now. We play the Pacers again on Wednesday, right? So I'm hoping that Quentin Grimes is ready to play Wednesday because he absolutely needs to get into the game. Mister, they gave a break to to Fournier, which gave him a break because they really were trying to give Cam Reddish the opportunity to do something. He got his opportunity to start and he did not play well. He played well within the team concept. He didn't do anything, because that first preseason game, he showed me something that had me shaking a little bit. But now, in the second game, he went right back to normal. He's like one of those guys that just content with just disappearing into the lineup. And that aggressiveness that we saw that first preseason game, I feel like something happened with his confidence that guy just diverted back to his normal routine, which says a lot, man. Because if he's not gonna play hard, then he doesn't need to play, even though that he is important. But now he's becoming something that's more like a bottom of the bench guy if he's not gonna, really apply himself out there. Because Quentin, shout out to Quentin Grimes again. Deuce McBride, that's his boy. You see these guys together all the time in the offseason and whatever. Quentin Grimes has that same dog in him that Deuce McBride has. Quentin Grimes has obviously gotten better. A lot of Knicks fans are pushing for him, but he is doing the work, and you can see things that he was doing in this offseason compared to seasons before that just looks different. So maybe he might be a little bit of overtraining, or maybe Tom Thibodeau might be just trying to save him a little bit. Maybe waiting for us to go to Indiana to give him a test to see if he's ready to go. And then from that test on next Wednesday against Indiana, going into the Washington game, we'll really see what cream will rise, man. So I gotta listen to my man Macho Man before we get up out of here.
The cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, the cream will rise, man. So when Quentin Grimes comes up in this piece, we'll know right away what the hell is up. Because if he's playing well, Quentin Grimes, I can see Quentin Grimes starting, man. Because like I said, Fournier is Fournier, but from what they're allowing Fournier to do exactly what Derrick Rose is doing, just play his game, take the shot when you got to, just allowing him the freedom to do that. Which is not going to translate into like he might get like double figure score sometimes. What did Rose have last night? He had 13 minutes. He had 7 points. So I mean, if he's getting if Fournier's getting 13 minutes and getting like that 7 points, 3 assists, that type of thing, knocking down some threes and stuff, that's good production for him. Now, like I said, on the other hand, if Quentin Grimes comes in and he becomes a player that people thought that Cam is going to be, but Cam got the opportunity and wasn't able to do it, that's going to say a lot, man. That's going to say an absolute lot. Because also, I'm rooting for Quentin Grimes to take that two guard spot, so RJ can go back to the three, and we can start this season off with Julius Randle, RJ, Mitchell Robinson, Jalen Brunson, who is a phenom. He's a freaking phenom, man. I love watching him play. I was dissing him because of little tap dancing and all that stuff, but I get it now. I've been watching him so much since we signed him, and now we can see him in a Knicks uniform. He's doing everything that's been advertised for that dude, man. So he's excellent, and to have next to him a legit up and coming shooting guard and Quentin Grimes, But like I said, I really hope that he's healthy enough to play in that next game against the Pacers, man, because that's going to be key. If he comes in and he can show that he can, oh man, that's going to be something. That's going to be something. So let's hold off because we do have a lot of time before that Wednesday game. Because right now it's only Saturday. Then you're talking about Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Wednesday. So you're talking about 4 days, 4 game, 4 days to the next game. So hopefully Quentin Grimes is healthy. Hopefully Cam Reddish, whatever is, if anything's wrong with him, hopefully he can get himself together. I'm interested to see if maybe they might, since they gave Fournier the night off, or would they give Julius Randle the night off? Would they give like say like RJ the night off, these type of things for these preseason games? That'll be interesting to see if Tom Thibodeau does that. If that's the case, that means Cam Reddish will get yet another opportunity, and that also opens up opportunity for Quentin Grimes and stuff too, man. So yeah, man, shout out to everybody that came up in here. Like I said, I apologize for clicking the wrong button. That shit is crazy. It happens sometimes because I mean, listen, this is what do you call it, a live stream for a reason. They call it a live stream for real because this is a live stream. This is live broadcasting, from a location other than a freaking professional studio. So I appreciate everyone still staying in the chat. I was able to get back in quick enough, man. So you guys don't really bother me too much. You got Ashley INC1, a couple new people in the chat and in the comments and stuff like that. I appreciate it. So I mean, listen, for those that are popping in here, of course, hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and all that other stuff. But I need feedback, man. I really need feedback because sometimes doing this stuff you experience burnout. I don't know if any of the other podcasters mention that, but sometimes you get a little bit of burnout. So you're trying to figure out what's working and what's not working. So sometimes, like if somebody leaves a message and lets you know that that I like what you're doing there, or yo, I wish that you would do this or something like that. All those things go a long way, and everybody knows that I am a generous person too, man. If I can be, and I'll be glad to do another giveaway or something like that, or if somebody really helps me out with something, not as far as like monetarily, just helping me to reassure something or whatever. That would be really really appreciated, man. Especially from some of the normal guys here. Much respect to Korean Grant and stuff like that. Yeah, man. So yeah, definitely. So anyway, the next game is Wednesday. Tomorrow is actually going to be the open practice. Thank God, that I'm affiliated with some good Knicks fans and stuff like that. Sim from Nothing But Knicks was had invited me to come with him to go to the open practice, man. So like I said, I had to ask the wife. Shout out to to Los Knicks, who's the boss. I am wearing pants, so but I still got to ask, man. She granted me permission to go out there to the open practice, man. It's a good opportunity to see the Knicks, not an opportunity for nothing else. To see the opportunity to see the Knicks like that. So I plan on being there, with my eyes glued on the court. I just want to see everything that's happening. I want to see the conversations. I'm gonna try my best not to pay attention to any of the fanboys, crying for RJ, RJ, so RJ could look at them, so they can go and make eye contact and that type of stuff, man. I'm really looking for some to see the interactions out there. I'm gonna be a coach, and I need answers for myself. What I'm saying. I don't know if I'm gonna do any coverage at the game. I might do some recording. We'll see. But thank you everybody for popping in here. So I just wanted to make the emphasis, man. The Knicks. Tom Thibodeau. It was is like always the butt of every joke. Like we can't finish the conversation without talking about damn. But what is Tom Thibodeau gonna do? Right now, like I said, he's coaching really well, and we got everybody that comes on the court playing well. So I feel like, even with at the bottom of the bench, where I wanted to show you guys in that clip that I got messed up with MSG Go and stuff. That in that clip, the last five guys, the last five, six, seven guys were still able to execute the offense and actually bully Indiana at the end of this game here. And they still had guys that probably are not going to be projected starters. But you're talking about guys like Mathurin, and you're talking about what's I can't pronounce this guy's name. Bit of days the dude, the center with the beard. He could start for them. McCollum, a couple other guys here that was on that floor that actually started for Indiana the last few years or so. And actually played nice minutes for them. Our Knicks, our bottom guys, were able to demolish those guys. They had no chance. And at the end of the game, the Knicks scored 131 points. I know it's preseason, but what was the last time you saw the Knicks score 131 points? It's kind of unprecedented, man. So shout out to Sherwin. Sherwin with the bless up. So my man is absolutely Jamaican. He's not answering me. Every time I ask him, yo, you Jamaican? Because he always say hello, good night. So he's got to be, some kind of. I'm assuming Jamaican. Mostly Jamaican said. I dated a couple of Jamaicans. Man, that's like a cultural thing that's hard to get used to, man. You just have to be around a lot of West Indians in order to know all that stuff, man. So anyway, shout out to everybody that's paying attention to me. Yeah, man, I can't wait to. I mean, 4 days is too much, man. I'm glad I got a game tomorrow with the open practice to get break it up a little bit, but knowing that the Knicks are playing basketball and I gotta wait 4 days, that's too much for me, man. So anyway, let me just acknowledge some of these comments here. We got a G Robinson. If you look at the most second tier players, they have someone on the team that guards their opponent's best player, and I wish RJ had that. I got you. Um, Ashley INC, sound doing a great job. What's your hope on Tip staying flexible with his line? Listen, I'm hoping that this is the blueprint because Tom Thibodeau is not smart enough to hide stuff, and he's not good enough to hide his hand and stuff. So I would love to see the guys do this. I mean, see, you're talking about bench minutes of starters minutes of where RJ gets 27, Brunson only had 23, Randall had 22, Reddish had 22, Mitch Robinson had 19. Is that feasible for the season? Like most starters get at least 30. So I mean, if RJ Barrett can get 27, it's not so bad for the starters to all get 28. You know what I'm saying? It would be unprecedented. I know that because like I said, starters usually play 30 something minutes, but our strength is in our bench. And if guys like Obi Toppin, they can break out in 20 minutes and score 24 points quickly. Shout out to Quickly, even though Quickly has 17 points, I don't think he played well. He's like I'm trying not to follow the crowd and call him, like a super sub, not like that, but that's essentially what he is. I don't trust that guy to run this offense because I mean, even though he was able to change his pace and slow down a little bit, he's still reverting back to those floaters. Even though guys like Chris Brickley was teaching him different ways to finish and stuff like that. The dude is still going back to his old ways. So that guy is he's just in his own way. He's in his own way. He's just wired differently, and we're just gonna have to deal with that. He's gonna be like the Jamal Crawford or just he's just gonna be the spark plug off the bench, and that's who he is there. And it's good to have him and Rose together, like I said. But like I also said too, and like shout out to this guy Deuce McBride. He's good. Little hand grenade I was saying, but I like Archie too. I like the way Archie played. So it's gonna be very interesting, man. Some of these guys here, like Svi and Archie I kind of want to keep both of those guys. I know we got Farron Hunt, who was a two-way player last year. I don't know if he's a two-way player now. I know Trevor Kills is a two-way player, but some of these guys, I really would love to keep, man. Let me see what's going on here. 131 with our best shooters. I got you. Paris Duggars here. Sherman is the is the what's that, the George Washington Bridge ready to jump off because of Obi. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, everybody got their pet players and stuff like that. I got my guys too, but you got to give respect when it comes down to it. Obi Toppin is who he is. Same thing quickly is who he is. We can win with them. Are we gonna trade Jalen Brunson because quickly had a good game? No. But I see fans want to trade Julius Randle because Obi had a good game. We can't think that way. We're not that good yet. So we definitely gonna need Julius Randle to be Julius sometimes, and we're gonna need Obi Toppin to be Obi Toppin, every night, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something he gives something that we don't have. Shout out to East Blue Drew here, man. Obi Hive stand up. John and ML have their blessings already. I got you, man. Ashley INC. Listen, Ashley, it's really nice to see females in the chat. There's quite a few females popping up in the comments and stuff like that, man. You guys need to come out. Because I know it's always awkward when females pop in there, because guys are dicks. Shout out to the WNBA. Every time you talk about WNBA, people always say, "Oh, nobody want to see that," but nobody wants to hear me when I say, "Oh, what are you watching the Knicks, the NBA basketball because you want to see dunks?" Because is it some kind of like let me just calm down a little bit, before I take it there. But you get what I'm getting at. Are you there just to admire, or are you there for the basketball? Because if you're there for the basketball, then it shouldn't matter. So the young ladies, man, I wish you guys would come out to the get-togethers and stuff. Because a lot of guys, there's a lot of good guys out there. Not everybody's an asshole. There's a lot of good guys out there that's looking for females that love basketball. And I know you guys are looking to get into the mix too, man. So it doesn't have to be about that, but just for the culture in itself, it'd be great for you guys to come out to these things. You know, yeah, I think we're all in agreement, man. RJ getting, him getting 30, 36 minutes, I think might be too much, man. 33 is a sweet spot. 35, but 30, yeah, like you said, 36 max, because Tom Thibodeau's crazy, but we got to keep those minutes to a minimum. Paris Duggar, um, plus minus is how to judge quickly. He's more of a, yeah, absolutely. The same thing with Cam. Cam, I mentioned his plus and minus. Cam's plus and minus, I think, was 19, right? Let me look at it. He was 19 yesterday. He was 19. No, he was 15 yesterday. McBride was 16. Obi Toppin was 16. Quickly actually was 6. Hardenstein was 2. Where's Archinato? Archinato was 7. So there's certain guys that come into the court there that just show, what's the name? Svi, he was a -4. Because I think the Indiana Pacers went on a little bit of a run when he was there, but he was able to keep the Knicks in the game, and he had like 8 points in 7 minutes, 3 field goals, 2 3-point shots, man. So he was ready. He came out there ready to show people that he was ready to be seen. So I mean, I feel bad for him because he's really on the wrong squad. But if guys like Cam Reddish can't step up, this guy Svi is ready, man. You can totally see that. My man Paris is here, man. I was trying to get out of here before he starts throwing quarters at me and stuff, man. But yeah, man, salute to Paris. Thank you for the support as always. You know, um, like I said, the least and the best thing that you guys can do is hit the thumbs up when you come in, because it's free. And also too, like I said, when I did that giveaway for the $10, as soon as I took the subscribers only chat, once I made the chat subscribers only, you notice that half of everybody stopped talking, because everybody that's always coming in here are not subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to some of you guys here that are in the chat now are not subscribed. It's everybody has their thing, because before I started doing YouTube, I used to have my own little theory as well. But now that I do YouTube, now I realize, well, if I like somebody's content, just hit the subscribe button. What's the big deal? If I happen to like the subject, just hit the thumbs up. It does, it literally helps the algorithm, and it's the best thing that you can do to help a channel out, man. Because it's almost like a safe thing, because people know that you watched, but hitting the thumbs up is like a confirmed watch. You know what I'm saying? So if you could think of it that way, that's how it really helps the channels, man. So anyway, I never talk about that, so but it would really help out if you really do want to help out. But thanks, Paris Jugger. You always helping out all the all podcasts, man, with his dollar, man. I really appreciate that. There was some good WME games during the summer. Yeah, absolutely. The Liberty. That's why I started the Liberty channel, because I didn't realize so much things was happening with the Liberty that I feel like nobody's doing podcasts. So I started just putting content out for them. But it's very hard to get information as a Liberty fan, because they don't report nothing. And then there's not really a big time fan base that they have like any groups or anything. So putting out content for the Liberty is like hard, but I'm gonna still try to do it. Every once in a while I'll drop something in there. So Ashley, again, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I'm not a female. Okay, you're not a female. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Ashley is my last name. Okay, all right. I'm sorry about that, man. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. So Ashley Inc. is your company. I'm also assuming that has something to do with a young lady, right? Maybe someone that's related to you or something like that. This is why it's called Ashley and Company. I'm quite sure there's a good story behind that. Just judging by the picture. That's all I could do is judge. So that's why I'm here, man. So anyway, it's your boy Eru. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow's gonna be the open practice. Like I said, between tonight and tomorrow morning, I'll figure out if I'm going to record anything or do any live podcasts or anything like that. So like around 10 a.m. or so, you might see me go live, or you might not, or you might see a video later on, about stuff that I covered for the event, man. So I'm not there for that. I'm gonna be there as a straight nerd, paying attention to stuff like that. And I'll come back and I'll give my assessment, probably with Sim in them. I'll probably do jump on Sim and do something with them, man, to make it a team effort kind of thing. Anyway, so I'm out of here. Please support the Knicks. Right now, this is I think there's something special happening here with our team. Like I said, we have a lot of good players. I don't think everybody's gonna make the ride. Shout out to Julius Randle. If you want to trade it, he might get traded. You know what I'm saying? But it really depends on how everybody else is performing. If everybody else is performing up to par, then it leaves the front office room to be like, okay, now I know these are the guys that we really want for the next phase. Because there's another phase. We're not just gonna stay the same. We're gonna have to do something to improve the roster. So once the Knicks figure out who's good and who's not and who's gonna stay, then we're gonna start to really churn out these moves and stuff, man. So really support the team because I think right now this is we are really at the start right now of something special. And if you're gonna spend it being negative this whole time, then it's just not even worth even being here, man. You're just wasting your time and everybody else's time too. So what time is it? Ebro? It's about I think it's gonna start at 12, like 12 or 12:30, I think. I think 12:30 it starts. It's at Columbia. They've been doing it at Columbia. So it starts about 12. If they're gonna be doing open practice at Columbia, then they need to open up a facility in the area. So like the players can practice at least in that area because they do have a lot. Because I used to live over there because there's a lot of places that they could use, where the Knicks could actually utilize, man. Like shout out to Riverside Church, man. If they could do that for the open practice, yeah. Riverside Church is like not too far from there too, man. So there's a lot of facilities in the area besides Columbia College that they can use just for simple practice purposes. Even if they do it for Columbia, maybe they can give back to Columbia School, by opening up an actual practice facility on campus. That would be interesting. Yeah, man. So anyway, I wish that the Knicks would do more for the city rather than the outskirts of town, like the Long Island, upstate Connecticut, and stuff like that. It's a city game. The Knicks play in Madison Square Garden, so they should really take care of the five boroughs while they're here and stuff. So anyway, shout out to everybody. I'm trying to get out of here. Yeah, my energy's a little bit low, like I said, because I was outside all day today. I think I might have gave myself a slight cold or something like that. But like I said, I had to get these bars out, before the evening's over, man. So anyway, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Or and you're gonna see me throughout the week because I can't stay off this computer, man. Doing these lives and stuff, man. So anyway, I see you guys soon. This is your boy Eru. Let me get a little closer so you guys can see. For four fingers to the four, tucking the thumb salute. And I see you guys very soon, man. Definitely. You might even see me on my other channel if you guys follow me on there, man. So anyway, it's your boy Eru. I'm out of here. Peace.